Ooh, yeah. Keep it rolling. Ooh, that's smooth. Ooh. Whoever said the truth will set you free never had to get out of plans at the last minute. You know, that's not a situation in which you can be truthful. You can't call somebody up like, "Hey Cheryl, I have some bad news. I'm not going to be able to make it to your baby shower tomorrow." No, everyone's fine. I'm just going to be watching America's Next Top Model all day instead. Sorry. That won't set you free. What will set you free is telling Cheryl your grandpa's in the hospital. Yeah, it's dark, I know, but it works. Every time. It's my go-to, and I actually use that excuse too much because now people are always asking me how he's doing. And I just say not well, just in case they planned on inviting me to something, that's actually true. He's not doing well. He's been dead for 13 years. Yeah. That's what makes it the perfect crime, though. He can't rat me out. There's no witnesses. They've been taken care of. Yeah. That makes it sound like I murdered my grandpa to use him as an excuse. I didn't. Brain cancer did. You didn't know him. Shut up. He was mine. Yeah, I didn't do it. God said, I got this one. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. The truth will set you free. Whoever said that was probably never in a relationship. Because you're never totally honest in a relationship. I'm not talking about like lying about awful things like cheating or stuff like that. I'm talking about just like the little things, you know, like, oh god, like I can't stress how true what I'm about to tell you guys is. This is 100% true. I've been dating the same girl for over a year, and I still haven't told her that I still sleep with a baby blanket. Listen to me. If you're not laughing, you're not listening. I'm a grown person. I have a job. I pay taxes. I haven't been a baby for over 20 years. But I'm in too deep now. I just gotta keep going. And I can't tell her this far in. I can't tell her over a year in because it's gonna sound even weirder now. It's gonna sound, at this point, it's gonna sound like I just now decided to start doing it. Like one night I just like got in bed like, something's missing. Oh, I know. An old thin blanket that only covers 1/4 of my body. That's it. But that's the problem, is there's no good time to tell someone stuff like that. You know, like I can't tell her now, but I also couldn't tell her on the first date, you know, like it goes well. She comes back to my house, I'm like, hey, well, this is my house, bedroom's in here, bathroom's there if you need it, and this is Lolly. He will be joining us tonight. Yes, he. No, I also don't know why he smells like that. Oh my gosh. You know, some people in relationships have the opposite problem though, where they can't stop telling the truth. Like to a fault. Like I went on a date with a girl once, and after we got dinner, we had to walk back to my car, and to get to the parking garage, we had to cut through like an alleyway, right? And unprompted, she said to me, I really hope no one jumps out and tries to mug us, because I think you would run away and leave me. Yeah, that's messed up, right? That's messed up. It's messed up because she's right. She nailed it. She looked at me and just adequately assessed the situation. But I mean, of course I couldn't be like, yeah, you were right, I had to lie about it. Like, yeah, no way, babe. No way, I'd fight him. I'd kick the knife out of his hand. Like, which now, like, I'm in like deep now. So now, like, I'm really praying no one jumps out and tries to mug us, because then not only, like, are we gonna get mugged, but she's gonna catch me in that lie. Because, like, I know the second he jumps out, I'm gone. And then, like, that's gonna be an awkward car ride. Like, I'm gonna have to keep lying my way out of it. Like, no, you understand, I wanted to get a running start at him. That's why I was 20 yards away. I wasn't, you were crying. The truth will set you free. Whoever said that probably never had an interview for a job. So you have to lie during a job interview. You have to lie. Because they ask you stupid questions. Like, why do you want to work here? Money. Yeah, I gotta eat! Like, what? But you can't say that. You won't get the job. You gotta lie. You gotta say something like, well, you know, I've always been a big fan of your company. I think you guys provide a great public service. And, you know, I really feel like your corporate values align with my own personal values. And if I can be frank, what I'm trying to say is I'm just really excited to be a part of the Arby's family. Whenever I hear, we have the meats, I want to think to myself, I have the meats. I'm not trying to be down on anyone who works like Arby's, you know. Cause like, no matter where you work, there's always someone who has like a way worse job than you. Like, have you ever like looked at like a nice roll of toilet paper? Like really looked at it? Like most nice toilet papers have like designs on them, like flowers and swirls and diamonds all over that someone had to draw that. That means somebody, like, when they were like 17, didn't know what they wanted to do with their life, and like their art teacher was really encouraging to them in high school, so they're like, I'm gonna go to art school, and their parents were like, please God, just join the military or something instead. And they're like, no, I'm gonna give it a shot, I really think I got like something special. You know, so they worked their butt off for like 4 years, day and night, got into massive student debt over it, and then probably spent the next 4 years just like probably working at Arby's while they were looking for a job where they could like use their major. And then finally, they found one. They found a job where they could draw. And then they sit in this tiny, dimly lit office all day, working their little fingers to the bone, drawing the same thing over and over again. They probably have arthritis, and it's so awful, and they hate their job, and they wish they just joined the military, and they draw all day the same things and the same things until they finally get it right, and then we flush it straight down the toilet. Just think about that. Anytime you're complaining about your job, you're like, oh yeah, I'm okay. Things are gonna be fine. The truth is, actually, I have a pretty good job, but I didn't go to college, actually. I didn't go to college, and I remember being like super bummed out, because like all my friends went off to college, and I felt like I was missing out. You know, I felt like I was missing these like classic college experiences. You know, you see in the movies, and I just stayed at home, and I was really sad. But my parents were super cool about it. They, my dad, he tried to give me some of those classic college experiences, you know. He hazed me. Yeah. He said if I didn't make it through Hell Week, I couldn't be part of the family. Yeah. It wasn't all bad, though. It wasn't all bad. My stepmom asked me to the Sadie Hawkins dance. Yeah. And then my dad beat me up afterwards for dancing with his girl, as he put it. My dad's here. Sorry, that was a dumb joke. God. You know, not going to college, I've realized something, that like, when you don't go to college, those 4 years after high school, you learn that you get the same amount of knowledge as you did if you went to college. It's just different. It's the same amount of knowledge, it's just different knowledge. Like, let me give you an example. Like, you guys might have learned, like, your first year in college, like, Italian you hear in New York is actually turn-of-the-century classic Italian, like, language. But if you go to Italy, it's gonna sound super different. You won't even recognize it. And that's because when they came, like, Italian immigrants came over at the turn of the century, they brought the language they had with them, and then it, like, kind of fossilized in New York. And it's been the same since the early 1900s, While in Italy, it's gotten to evolve and change, and that's why New York Italian and actual Italian sound differently. I learned how much Papa John's I could eat before my body just shuts it down. Yeah, same amount of knowledge. Same amount, it's just different knowledge. Like you guys might have learned about Truffaut, you know, the French filmmaker who the auteur theory is based after, you know. I learned that if I just get Little Caesars, I can get way more bang for my buck every time. It's the same amount of knowledge, it's just different knowledge. You guys might have read Hills Like White Elephants by Ernest Hemingway. It's a classic short story. The whole thing is two people sitting at a train station waiting for the train, and you might have learned about how the train they're waiting for is actually a metaphor for the baby they're expecting, and yada yada yada. I learned that using your grandpa being in the hospital as an excuse doesn't work when you're trying to get out of going to his funeral. Same amount of knowledge. It's just different knowledge. Oh my God, thank you guys, that's my time.